Death Stranding revealed its new trailer, and we'll break down everything that came down from the Pokemon press conference. Welcome to the newest episode of SDW.
Super Dario World!
It's a me,
Dario!
Woohoo! Let's go!
So I finally started Red Dead Redemption 2. And, wow. I only had a limited amount of time. I could not play for the whole day like I would have wanted. But, wow. What I played, wow. Oh, my God. I can see why everybody is so hooked on that game. And I think that I made a smart choice by not playing it earlier, because I would have been so hooked. I wouldn't have gotten anything done. This podcast would not have existed if I would have started Red Dead Redemption 2 earlier. So, good decision there. Now, I don't know what the rest of my life is going to look like, because I just want to go home and play. It is phenomenal. I'm highly enjoying it. And again, I'm barely scratching the surface. I'm barely scratching the surface of the surface. So, I'll keep you updated on that. So far, so good. So far, you know what? Great. So far, great. But anyway, let me give you a quick reminder before I get into all the new stuff that Super Dario World is now officially part of the show's podcast network, which means that you can find it in the iHeartRadio app. Just type in The Show Presents Super Dario World. You'll find it right there, or you can find it in the Rock 105.3 page. Just click on the tab that says podcast. Or you can still find it on SoundCloud, YouTube, and iTunes. Just type in Super Dario World Podcast, and it'll show up right there. But okay.
Tomorrow is in your hands.
So the trailer for the much-awaited, much-anticipated, much confusing Death Stranding finally dropped earlier this week, and I'm still not exactly sure what I saw. I mean, for those of you who don't know, Death Stranding is the upcoming video game from the legendary game developer Hideo Kojima. Now, Hideo Kojima is responsible for the Metal Gear franchise, which is one of the greatest franchises in video game history. However, the Metal Gear franchise was made with Konami. Hideo Kojima quit Konami a few years ago and started his own company called Kojima Productions, and this is his debut game. This is the first game that he's made with his production. This is the first solo Kojima game, so it was highly anticipated. And for years, there have been little bits and pieces about what the game might look like, what it might be about, and stuff like that. So far, with all the teasers, with all the stuff that has come up to this point, they even had a trailer. I could not tell you for the life of me what the fuck it was going to be about. Honestly, for the life of me, I could not tell. Until yesterday, they did an 8-minute trailer. So we got a little bit of the story and a little bit of the gameplay, and I still can't tell you what the hell the game is about. It's phenomenal. It looks fantastic. I can't wait to play it, but I can't tell you what the hell it's about. I think first off, it has an amazing cast. It has an all-star cast for video games. At least for video games, it's an all-star cast, because the main character is Norman Reedus. You may remember him from The Walking Dead. He plays Daryl. You also have Mads Mikkelsen, who was Hannibal Lecter in the Hannibal series, or you may remember him as the villain from Casino Royale, the first James Bond movie with Daniel Craig. He was the villain. It also has Léa Seydoux. That's not how you say her name. Léa Seydoux? I think so. Anyway, she was actually the Bond girl in the latest James Bond movie, and you might remember her if you're into French cinema. Because she's French. There's a little movie. The movie that brought her to fame is called Blue's the Warmest Color, which is about lesbians, and it's a phenomenal story. It's very physical. I'll say it that way. I highly recommend it if you're into French stuff. Anyway, for some reason, I don't know why Guillermo del Toro is making an appearance, and Lindsay Wagner is also part of it, and Margaret Qualley, who I had never heard of before, but as I looked her up, this girl's about to blow up, because she's also going to be in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. She was in The Nice Guys with Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe, so her career is about to explode dramatically, and I'm going to start looking up her stuff, because this doesn't happen randomly. Oh, I know who this is. She appeared in Death Note, which was horrible. But her performance was good. She was okay. All right. I know who she is. don't watch Death Note. Watch the anime. The anime is great. The Netflix movie is stupid. Really, really stupid. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So the trailer finally dropped. It's like 8 minutes. And it's weird. Hideo Kojima has a gift for giving you a lot. He gave us a lot. It's almost 9 minutes of information. And yet, I can't for the life of me piece it together. And I've been looking up a whole bunch of stuff online. Nobody really knows what the hell they just saw. So it's really interesting. The story, as far as I can understand, Norman Reedus' character has to travel. Okay, it's a dystopian future. The U.S. is about to collapse, or it has collapsed already. And Norman Reedus has to travel across the U.S. because of a reason. And for some reason, you need like a bunch of really weird suits to survive. And there's like demons that you see through what is called a bridge baby, which is an actual baby that you carry in like a external embryo. And the suits you're wearing look kind of like Mass Effect-y. It's really weird. It looks great. It looks phenomenal. The exploration of it looks fantastic. You have a backpack that turns into a ladder, and you got a cliff. How do you call it? You got to climb cliffs or go rappel off cliffs. You got to do a whole bunch of stuff. It looks like you're going to be able to do a lot of stuff. Why? I have no idea. Like it also, there's a little bit there. Because imagine there's like ghosts or something, demons, invisible demons, so you can see them only a little, and it looks terrifying. It looks like it's going to be a terrifying game in certain parts. In other parts, it looks like it's going to be fun exploration. In other parts, it looks like it's going to be terrifying. But for the life of me, I swear, and anybody, please, who can explain this to me, reach out. I know that what I saw, I loved. I loved everything I saw. And we have a release date, finally, which is honestly the biggest thing here, the release date. And I know I want to play this. I want to play this game so bad. I just don't know what I'm going to play. I don't know what I'm buying. I'm honestly, I'm going to go in blind. I'm going to buy it blind, and I don't really care. Because that's how good. Kojima's excellent at creating all this type of build-up. He's fantastic. It's phenomenal. I think this is the best build-up job I've seen in recent history. I can't think of anything else that built up this way. I mean, with nothing. They gave us nothing. And I'm super excited about it. So let me know your thoughts, because I'm super confused. I'm super confused. Reach out to me. I forgot to mention this. At Dario the Show on Instagram. You can find me there. Comments, questions, suggestions. Reach out to me there if you understand this or if you have a theory, because my brain still hasn't quite wrapped itself around it. However, there's few things I do know. Like, for example, the big thing, the big news, the highlight here is the release date. That's the most important thing. And that's November 8th of this year, which means it comes out in about 5 months. A little more, but still, that's phenomenal because there was a lot of speculation that they might wait for the PS5. But no, it comes out for the PS4 this year, which is nuts because we know nothing about it. Second, they showed off a little bit of the gameplay, which you can see it uses gadgets, guns, and a motorcycle that looks kind of cool. And for exploration, I'm assuming, I don't know where the motorcycle came from, but it looks really cool. And the names of the characters, which are phenomenal. Kojima has a gift for naming his characters. They're so ridiculous, and I love it. You got the characters of Mama, Fragile, Hartman, Die Hard Man. I mean, I love it. How do you come up with such they're probably code names. Like, for example, in the Metal Gear series, Solid Snake is a code name. Most Vulcan Raven is a code name. Sniper Wolf is a code name. They're all code names, but it's great. I love them. They're so stupid, and I can't wait to see why they were named that way. That's part of the fun. So I'm really stoked. I'm already gonna get the pre-order because you can pre-order it now online, and I'm gonna basically buy it blind because I trust Kojima and what I've seen. It's I'm assuming it's a mystery game, and that's why the whole reveal thing has been a mystery, which is genius if you think about it. If you're making a mystery game and they don't tell you it's a mystery game, but you're trying to solve the mystery of what the game is before you even get the game, that is genius. So I just figured that out this very second. So if that's what they're doing, kudos to you, Mr. Kojima. You still got it. If it's not and it happened accidentally, well then double kudos to you. You're extremely lucky. And if that has nothing to do with anything and I'm just talking out of my ass, well, it's kind of what I do. If you've been listening to the podcast, it's kind of my thing. But anyway, that was the big reveal for Death Stranding. Check out the trailer. I highly recommend it. And again, if you understand something more, because I put out there right now every single thing I understood from this game. Everything. If you understood something a little bit better than I did, please tell me, because I don't get it yet, but I love it. I don't get it, but I love it. If that makes any sense to you, cool. After you watch it and you feel the same way, let me know. I want to know that I'm not alone. But anyway, okay, let's move on to Pokemon. So the big Pokemon press conference happened earlier this week, and I believe it was late Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, it's weird because it happened in Japan, so it messes me up. But it happened earlier this week, and a lot of information came out, and it's all supposed to be just kind of teases. They didn't go in depth because E3 is coming. It's coming up soon, and I'm guessing that's where they're going to release everything. But so far, this is the highlights of what they mentioned. First off, they mentioned that Pokemon Detective Pikachu will be coming to the Nintendo Switch, and that it will have an ending. Now, the big issue with Pokemon Detective Pikachu was the original one came out for the 3DS, and it ended kind of in a cliffhanger, or it had a cliffhanger ending. This one supposedly will have an ending, and it will be a different ending than the one from the movie, which is fantastic because I have a lot of issues with that ending. So, thank God they're switching the ending, and I'll have one. Will I get this game? I don't know. I'm not too sure. I need to see more about it. I do not love the idea of... I like my Pokemon the way I like my Pokemon, okay? Just collect them, train them, fight them, become the greatest trainer, become the greatest Pokemon trainer in the world. That's it. I don't like this whole just not fighting them, okay? I don't enjoy that. But anyway, that's the big news there. It's a very popular title, so there's the big news there. Another big bit of information was that they're going to start a little thing called Pokemon Sleep. Basically, from what I understand, is while you're sleeping, your Pokemon will be trained. So instead of having to walk and collect Pokemon from Pokemon Go, this is a mobile game, by the way, it'll be trained when you sleep. I'm a little confused there. I don't know how that's going to work. I'm guessing you're going to have like a Fitbit or an iPod Watch, or also, here's another thing related to that. They're going to sell a device called the Pokemon Go Plus Plus, which is similar to original Pokemon Go Plus, which is a little device that tracks your steps. Well, I'm guessing this one is going to track your steps and your sleep, and that's how that's going to work. I'm guessing you can do other stuff because you don't need the device to play Pokemon Go. But honestly, I don't know. This one is very confusing to me. Pokemon Sleep. I don't like the first thing I thought when I read this was I was thinking Sword Art Online, but that's impossible. We don't have that technology yet. So Pokemon Sleep. I'm guessing you just leave your phone and okay. I'm just gonna go back to what I said before. I like my Pokemon the way I like my Pokemon. If I'm training them, is because I'm fighting. I like fighting and leveling up. That's the fun part, the fighting part. But anyway, I can wait to pass judgment on that one because it's still Pokemon. They know what they're doing. I mean, so far, most of the games have been fun, so they know what they're doing. I will give them the benefit of the doubt. Anyway, the other big announcement that happened is they announced Pokemon Home. Now, this one's a little bit more interesting. It's basically, imagine, for those of you who had the 3DS, there was a thing called the Pokemon Bank. And so imagine like that, but on steroids or on cocaine. So it's basically a cloud-based service where you can collect all of your Pokemons from previous games. Like, okay, it says it's got Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, a Pokemon Go, the upcoming Pokemon Sword and Shield, and also it says games from the Pokemon Bank from your 3DS, and it'll make it so that you can just trade Pokemon on your phone. Now, I don't know if that means that you can trade Pokemon from Pokemon Go to, let's say, Pokemon Sun and Moon, because those aren't really compatible, because, again, you train them in a different way. But I'm assuming that it will facilitate the process. It's still very confusing to me. But it seems interesting, at least for... It's confusing because of the older generation games, because it's a huge pain in the ass to transfer Pokemon in older games, unless you've gotten an updated version in 3DS, and still it's a huge pain in the ass. It's almost impossible to get them. You have to do it old school, or I think I got the yellow version for the 3DS, and I can't trade with anybody, so I don't remember if there's a way that I could, because I have the yellow version and the blue version in the 3DS, same one, and I can't trade between them, which means that there's no way for me to get a Gengar or something. I need to find somebody else who has it, which is stupid and very annoying. So I don't know how this is going to work, but it sounds like it's going to make it a little bit more simple. So hopefully that's how it works. At least, you'll have them all in the same spot, and you'll be able to do it. 'Cause apparently it's a big thing, trading. I don't really like trading. I mentioned this before. I feel like my Pokemon are my Pokemon. I don't like just trading. I don't like the fact that they gained that they get more experience points faster after you train them. It seems like cheating a little bit. And also, it's like I'm betraying a friend. Like, I captured you. We're friends. We're buddies. We're homies. I've been training you. And then I just send you away so you can evolve, and then you come back. It's weird. I don't like it. I have a lot of feelings on this, as you can tell. But anyway, the last bit of news, which to me was the biggest one, is that a brand new mobile game is coming out. This one is called Pokemon Masters, and it looks like it's going to follow... Well, it says that it'll allow you to battle alongside your favorite Pokemon trainers in the main series RPGs. Keywords there. Battle. So it looks like it's actually going to be a fighting game, and from the little trailer that they showed, there's actually fights going on. It's a 3-on-3 fight. 3 different trainers against 3 different trainers, which is a little weird. But, which means, are you going to control 3 trainers at the same time? Is it going to be like a team thing? I don't know, but it looks fun, and it looks like it's still going to be an RPG-style battle, or, turn-based RPG. And supposedly the fun thing here is that you can use all the Pokemon trainers from all the previous games. So if I had to guess, if I'm just throwing out a guess at how this is going to work, it's more that you're collecting the trainers instead of the Pokemon. So it's going to be like a regular fighting game. Like imagine, that's a bad example. Like imagine Mortal Kombat. And so you know how you have to unlock players? So I think you're unlocking the trainer, and each trainer just has a Pokemon that they use, and it's going to be probably a Pokemon iconic to him or her. Does that make any sense? If I have to guess, I think that's how that's going to work. Maybe you get to pick between some of the ones that they have, or maybe it's a whole team. I don't know. Point is, it's a battling game, and it's about freaking time, because while Pokemon Go was fun at all, and I'm guessing it's going to be cool to train a Pokemon while you're sleeping, I did not like their leveling up system. I don't like that you have to capture 100 fucking Eevees in order to get one Jolteon. Stupid. I mean, it wasn't 100. But it's easier to just have one Eevee and train that one. That's a lot more fun. But anyway, that's it. That's the big news. More information will be released on E3 probably. This was just a tease. They wanted to show off the things that are coming up, kind of build expectations for E3. That's what everybody's doing right now. But I don't know. It seems fun. Like on the poster right now, you see red, you see blue, you see Lance, which is weird. You see Brock. So, like I said, it honestly looks pretty fun. And they have a lot to work with. They have a lot of Pokemon to work with. They have a lot of generations to work with. So, I'm going to be getting this one. The release date has not been confirmed, unfortunately. But it will be available for iPhones and Androids. So, crossplay there should be fun. And they said that more information will be coming soon. So, again, if I have to speculate, I'm going to go with more information will be released during the E3 conferences, if I have to guess. But anyway, that's it for today. I kept it nice and short. I have a busy day ahead of me, so I got to get out of here. So hopefully you found that interesting. But next Monday, I teased this earlier this week. I did it on Monday. Monday I did my alternate ending for Game of Thrones, and I said that I would be giving an alternate story for the last few seasons. I still haven't decided exactly where I'm going to start with everybody. I think I finally figured out where, and I'll be setting up the board for everybody on Monday. So Monday will be just setting up the board and explaining 1 or 2 minor changes for the story at that point, and I'll just take it from there. It'll probably take me 2-3 episodes to do it, so 2 or 3 weeks, because it's a lot of story. It's hard, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you thought of Monday's alternate ending. I try to keep it as close as possible to the show's actual ending, the same scenes, and how just by changing a few minor details, it could have been made better. I did add another one, but it's because it was necessary in order for another one to make sense. But let me know what you think. At Dario the Show on Instagram, you can always contact me there. And as always, I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you again on Monday.